What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at ya.
Man, what's happening? It's Bogart Scot-Free in all my glory.
Hell yeah. All right.
Let me go grab this charger. She'll start beating around. Great.
Let's go. All right. Shout out to the crew who's up in here with us. Let's see who's up in the chat. We got Niner MMA. Hey, Niner, thanks for getting over to the Hustler Network, letting people know about the Fantasy Football Funk channel. Let's go. This is where we're going to be doing all the live streaming. What up, Hearst? Hey, make sure you jump over to the Fantasy channel. And tonight we are breaking down the league season 2. Get ready, 5 p.m. West Coast time.
Just gotta watch the finale episode. I kept like powering through it, but I was like, man, I need to restart this video. I was just on.
Yeah, done that easily. You know, you're doing other shit, and yeah, you watch like 2 whole episodes, and you're like, damn, I don't even know what happened.
For real though. I'm like, yo, Ralphie's always up to some shit. It is funny too if you're not paying attention and it's just on. I'm like, yo, it's like one big episode. That's really how that show is.
It really is. It
and
really is.
I noticed they don't really document where they're at in the season, huh?
Well, see, like in the first season,
yeah,
in the first season they do a little bit more.
Yeah,
it's like they were writing, you know, the episodes a little
like,
bit.
Oh, it's week 6 and blah blah blah. And like, you know what I mean? Like you see stuff like that in season 1, but maybe season 2 was so expanded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that you know, maybe they were just recording the episodes a lot earlier or whatever. But I feel like that's something. It does change, but that was always like one of my big gripes with some of the season. I was like, man, fantasy football is like an afterthought, you know, in a couple of these seasons. But it's all about the draft episode, and it's all about the championship episode. Everything else is fluff.
It is funny because, like, if you think about it like that, like, think about shows that came out in that era, right? I mean, especially FX shows, like, yeah, like the Louis show, the Louis C.K. show.
Okay. Like,
real, like what I would consider cutting edge, like, television comedy series.
Okay.
Because like Louis C.K. was just a fool with it. I mean, his career got ruined for a little while because of that whole masturbating thing.
Yeah.
But like he's like I mean, as a writer, and like the show was basically about how it was based on his real life, and his real life was so fucking pathetic. It was hilarious. You know what I mean? It's sad. You know what I mean? Like he would, like, you know, he got interracial children. His wife was a sister. She had left him. And like, so they have like shared custody, and like, you know, he's just like, he's a ginger, like doing awkward things with his black kids, you know what I mean? Like, you know, then takes them to like, you know, to school, and then they're like, yo, what the fuck, who is this? Are you like a Big Brother program or something? You know what I mean? Like, and then like, you know, he would get on stage at night, like after a long day, you get on stage and come alive, you know what I mean? You know, my life's really pathetic, you know, it's just hella funny, bro. Like,
what up, Austin?
It was so sad because it was just true, like the shit he would be joking about.
Damn. What up, Andy?
What's happening?
What up, Jamie? Said, morning, y'all. Let's get this funky day starting off right. Let's go.
You got that right. We're about to get funky right now with this old batch of collard greens.
And Too High Magic. What up? What up? Is that the Magic Man over there?
I don't know, man. It might be the Vietnamese homie Too High, man. What's happening? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Too High and Too Vit. Those are my guys right there.
Right. And man, we got a bunch more people joining the leagues. They're pretty much almost full. The only spots that we got open now are, we just filled up the auction league. Got 2 more spots in the Vampire League that's starting tomorrow. Help us fill it. All right. Let's see. And Tino in the house. What up, bro?
What up, Tino? How many spots do we got left?
In the Vampire?
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
2 spots.
If we get down to 1 and don't fill it, we should do like a competition, like a $10 get you a ticket in. We get 5 entries.
Yeah.
And then like we'll raffle it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? If only we had super chats. Fucking YouTube, I'll kill you.
Yes, YouTube keeps half those super chats. So
Yeah,
more people would need to join. You know,
they don't like money. You don't like money, YouTube. You just like taking our money and say, I don't need their money.
Yeah, fuckers, because they're still gonna put the ads on our shit either way.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you, YouTube. Good thing I'm hitting the weed. I need to calm down. You know, it's gonna be a crazy day when Bogart is threatening a couple people early in the morning. You know what I mean?
And shout out to our homie Davlin, who's been joining us in the Dynasty Facebook group over the last week. He said, "What up, boys?" He said, "Win now, Dynasty team. Should I pull the trigger on Mooney, Ruckert, and 2 seconds for Cup, or is he done with that hammy?"
I'll get cut for that.
Yeah, because I mean, if there's no IDP, you know, those 2 seconds, that's
and then like a bunch of garbage throw on top of it. Go get you some Cooper Kupp. Here's the thing: we need Cooper Kupp. Okay, here's one thing that Sean McVay said. He said, "Well, it's day to day. That's what we consider it, but we don't want to bring him back unless he's right and can contribute." I like hearing that. Because don't bring him back and have him gimpy on us and re-aggravate it and pull a fucking white Michael Thomas on us, bro. This feels like a white Michael Thomas thing. But I don't really want to feel that way because it's also like, hey, this is how Cooper Kupp's entire career has been outside of the 2019 season and the 2021 season where we're all still chasing that production. But if I can get 2021 and all like 8 weeks of last year's version of Cooper Kupp when he gets back, I'm all about it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about trading up for him, but yeah, that ain't trading up. I mean, 2 seconds and Mooney. And
he don't wipe his ass. He don't wipe his ass with Cooper Kupp and gave it to you, man. Maybe there's a little shit on him, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't giving him nothing but some toilet paper for him to wipe his ass correctly. Come on.
Yeah. So I would for sure do that because whatever shot you're taking, it's baked into that price as well.
Let's fucking win now, god damn it.
And let's see.
That's why you require Sean Tucker. Throw him in that mix. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Rucker, whoever the fuck that is.
Isn't it Tucker?
I don't even know. Shane, what up? He said, my question for Dynasty is this. I have Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Najee, Dalvin Cook, David Montgomery, J.K. Dobbins, Antonio Gibson. Would it be smart to try to move one of these big names for a better wide receiver? My wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Deontay Johnson, Christian Watson, Michael Thomas. Yeah, for sure.
I might even take Christian Watson and one of them running backs, you know, and try to tear up on a big name receiver because Christian Watson is still young enough that he could draw that type of consideration. You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't really have anybody else besides that. So I mean, I know he'd be getting like another one, but
I mean, I'm saying keep to tear up, right? I mean, unless he wants to do, I mean, because look at the running backs he has. What's the range you think he can get? Maybe a Terry McLaurin straight up for like what Najee or something. I mean, I'm not even doing that. You know what I mean? Like I want to take like Montgomery and Watson, or take Watson and another one of them. Pick a running back and try to tear up, right? I'm going after Higgins. I'm going after Jalen Waddle.
Well, I guess the thing is, if you're going to go out and trade with someone who needs to like win now, probably not going to be the best dynasty trade. Like either way, you want to find someone that's selling off, you know, assets. You trade a younger person, you know. I mean, I don't know, Sky Moore. I guess, you know, like there's some people who are really on Sky Moore right now. Like
you might be able to find someone that's really on him like that.
Do that plus a JK or something. You know, I'd rather keep David Montgomery for this year versus like a JK. And people might be like, oh, he's still kind of young-ish for Dynasty. But yeah, I don't want to trade with someone who's trying to win now as well. Then you do got to trade off an asset like Christian Watson. And like,
you know what's really annoying? When someone in a super flex $600 Green Bowl league needs a QB, and I'm only asking for Jerome Baker, and he keeps trying to like pile on top of it. I'm like, bruh, greedy much. Like I'm blessing him.
Oh man, Josh Dobbs, like he could be
blessings.
He could be a league winner.
He's not going to be a league winner, but a blessing when you only have one starting QB. It is.
Yeah, I feel like Ghost Monkey and Nephew made their bed and now they're sleeping in it. But good for them for not wanting to give it all up before the season even starts.
But see, things may change Yeah, and like I think he's looking at the matchup against me week 1, or they are looking at the matchup against me week 1, and they're projected to beat me by like 19 points or whatever. I'm not tripping off that at all, but I bet you that makes them feel a whole lot better. Like I don't need to make a move.
It's redraft, man. I'm not making. I have to feel like I'm winning so much to like make a trade with someone who I'm playing that week. Like I don't know. It's like the whole thing in the league with Ruxin, you know, and Pete, where Pete lets him set his lineup. You know, and Ruxin just totally mind fucks himself completely and then still ends up starting the lineup that beats himself.
I've had somebody do that to me before. And then I said, nah, man, start your own lineup. Ain't beat me. I was like, fuck. Gave me a shake. Like, you're the commissioner. Go ahead, start my lineup, bro. I'm not even trying to smash you, bro. You just talking so much shit. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna get down like that, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna fight you with honor, and you going down, bro. Pause. And the motherfucker's like, okay. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
What up, Joe? Let's smoke it up. What up, Antonio?
What up, birthday twin? What's happening, Joe?
Yeah. Marco said in my other league, someone dropped Pete Warner. He said, I guess it's a no-brainer to pick him up. I mean, unless you're starting just one linebacker and that's it. Like, yeah.
How league did that sound, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone dropped Pete Warner. I should grab him, right? Right? Just in McDonald's.
Come on, Marco.
Can I take your order?
Come on, Marco. You know that you should grab him. There's got to be someone at the end of your bench you could just kick off.
Yeah, who are you going to drop? That's the thing, though. You know what I mean? Let's make sure you're not holding on to no garbage. You know what I mean? You're a Sagittarius like myself. We tend to like look at certain pieces of garbage like it's shiny. Like, this is my garbage.
Can't shine doo-doo, baby. Can't shine doo-doo. Derek's salute.
Salute, Derek.
Manny said, y'all think DJ Moore gonna tear it up this season in Chicago? Yeah, I like him.
Okay, look at the small little sample size that we got in the preseason from Chicago. It tells me they want to run and they want to play the short passing game. And man, it's gonna have to be the short passing game, because from what I saw from Fields, it looked like bad Fields from year 1. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I know it's only preseason, but damn, even that screen to Herbert and the screen to DJ Moore that went to the house, they were like really shitty looking, but hey, he got some playmakers.
Does he really needs to go for like another 1,000 yards? Yeah. Like to be able just to warrant the respect that like some of his wide receivers will be.
Who was yelling it? Was it Kidda or was it Tino? Somebody was yelling like, yo, he's going for 4,000. Wow. I mean, like, I want to believe that he has the makings, but
yeah, I don't see it. I'm not. I mean, Hurts didn't even go for 4,000 last year, so like, I mean, it's just
MVP Lamar 2019. What, 3,600?
Yeah, he didn't go for
3,400.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just not in the repertoire with these type of guys. And like, how is Chicago gonna win games? Is it gonna be by Fields going out there and throwing it 40 times, or by them controlling the clock and winning with defense and like winning close games where it's all decided by their run game, which was the by yardage, the highest last year for anybody.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, they had 3,000 rushing yards as a team, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot, bro.
Fuck yeah, it is.
That's a lot.
Hell yeah.
I'm surprised they even got 2,000 out of everyone else, because I know they got 1,000 from Fields.
Yeah. And let me see. And who is this one? Gavin said the president was all set in my league because Henry just went for what, 2 seconds? Montgomery and Likely. Oh man. And he said Ruckert, the sophomore tight end. Oh, for the Jets. Okay, highly touted.
Send it. If someone's buying into that,
you just remind them that he's highly touted. Okay, you just remind
Rodgers throwing at him. Well, if you guys watch the news today, a little sneak peek spoiler for the news. It's a message from Aaron Rodgers to the media.
And we're gonna need like 30 minutes to deliver
and it's very repetitive, but we're gonna read the whole thing. Because man, this guy's really loving it.
We're gonna need to take turns like we're in fucking third grade and shit. All right, you read the first paragraph, you read the second paragraph.
Follow along. I gotta follow along while you go.
He fucking wrote his memoirs out there, like just trying to give. He could have just said Jets to the Super Bowl, and everyone would have got more excited.
I love it here with the Jets. He's like, it's like just the aura. I look over. It's like just being right there on the road before you get in the tunnel. You look over and you see all the buildings. You're like, this is my life now.
We're gonna hit. He's gonna come out with this manifesto that he wrote while he was in the dark. That he chiseled.
He wrote it in Braille, bro, in the dark. He's like, "Can you feel me?" See what I did there?
They're like, "No, Aaron, this is digital. We can't feel the Braille."
He's like, "We got to do something about that." Just a tablet. Oh wow, $1 billion idea. Oh shit, I said it too loud. App on a tablet and the motherfucker pops up with 3D Braille on the screen, bro.
Killing it. What? Killing it.
Take this, cut the show off.
So funny.
It's the last time they're gonna see us. I'm getting rich now. The blind market, bro. It's a big market, bro.
And Niner said, "Is DJ Moore worth reaching over D-Hop, Godwin, and let's go Brandon Ayuk?" Yeah, I'd take him over all three of those guys.
It's like you could roll the dice. It's like you take a
that you would
Godwin Ayuk and DJ Moore are like you could like I'm happy to get one of those
guys. On Ayuk in what 7th round and like one of our super flexes. If DJ Moore was there, you would have smashed it.
It was the best ball. and you know what's funny is I actually took DJ Moore over Brandon Ayuk, and I was like, oh no, he kept falling. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, he's not gonna pass song. Oh my god, he passed song twice. Oh, he's not gonna pass. I was like, Hustler hates him. Oh, Hustler got him. All right, that's my fault.
Oh man, but yeah, so I do think that Brandon Ayuk kind of in the mix there, and then so the way that I would rank these guys, how about this? DJ Moore, Brandon Ayuk, Godwin, D-Hop would be the way that I would rank all four of them.
I think I'm gonna have to go just right now because I'm just feeling this way. I think Godwin is the play over all those guys because he's gonna be attached to 650. My man Baker Mayfield, he's gonna throw like 650 pass attempts at least. I like that for Godwin. You know, for DJ Moore and Ayuk, I almost want to say even Ayuk over DJ Moore because these are going to be two lower pass volume teams, and we're going to need to depend on the efficiency. I don't know if I could depend on Justin Fields like that, but I promise the reason why DJ Moore's got to go above Ayuk is because he's going to get a larger target market share. Yeah. Even though it's still a small pie, he's going to get a bigger piece of that pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what Facebook user? Who is this? Oh, this is Shannon. He said traded Salvin Ahmed and Rashad Bateman for Mike Evans. He said the league blew up. I mean, it's the perfect time to buy low on Mike Evans with all this, you know, oh, this is going to be my last year in Tampa Bay. He's already hurt. Like, good time to buy low on.
Yeah, and that, my friend, is buying low. It was Michael Thomas, he says. It was Salvin Ahmed
and Bateman.
Oh, and Bateman. Oh, man. Man. Freda Felcher. Do I know her? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember talking about her.
I mean, he definitely fell for the bait, man. That's all I'm saying. Good shit. And Ahmed, you know, I hope Tino and none of them's watching that's in the Eastside League because I kept staring at Ahmed out there and I said, I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. And if he's there in the morning, I'll consider him again.
I grabbed him in all, at least put his names on all the dynasties. Because why not, right? I mean, he's like number 2, well, number 3 technically over there.
There's a world where Jeff Williams doesn't come back. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's on the IR.
We've seen this tall tale before. That's for sure. Brad said dynasty question, got offered a 2025 second for Dalvin Cook. Doesn't seem like enough. Am I overvaluing him? I mean, it'd be better if it was a 2024 second because is this league going to even be in existence in 2025? That's usually what I ask people because a lot of dynasty leagues start and end before year 3.
I'll take I mean, honestly, it's really if you need that motherfucker, bro, because that's like a strong flex, in my opinion. Dalvin Cook. I mean, it's just like
in dynasty if your rosters are kind of thinner.
Yeah. Then I kind of might. I mean, here's my thing. I like pieces that can help me win. And I feel like people are downplaying Dalvin Cook, and he's probably in a better situation than he ever was, considering that it's Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm okay with the experiment. You mean? And I mean, a second 2 years from now, that's probably doesn't sound like something I'm going to draft with. It sounds like something I'm going to throw in another deal down the road. So it's basically getting him for free.
Yeah. Well, he would trade away Dalvin Cook for that 2025.
Man, I had it backwards. I thought he was trying to acquire him. I was like, man, we kind of smashed that.
Yeah, just hold him, right? Like, I mean, that 2025 second, like that might not help you for like 4 years at this point, like unless you hit on like the guy that you get right out of the gate. So
you know who might pay up for a John? You know who might pay up for a Mike's? What's his name? A Cook here is maybe the Jonathan Taylor owner. If he's like a team that was supposed to compete, but now he's without Jonathan Taylor, he might pay a fucking first round for Cook. You know what I mean? Just put the pressure on motherfuckers. You'll never know until you start applying that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Element, what up? He said, full PPR. Do I trade Bijan and Christian Watson for Barkley and Drake London? I think I would, but that's like hella even though. Like because I want Barkley more than Bijan, but also if this is Dynasty, I don't know. I kind of want Bijan more than Barkley. I'm assuming redraft because it's on YouTube.
It's to each his own, right there. I mean, he gets improved on receiver too, and like I think the outlook is safer for a Saquon. It's a lot more riskier for Bijan, but it's a lot more fun.
And shit, even Watson and Drake London, like how much are they? I mean, they're so similar to me. I mean, both got quarterbacks that we don't necessarily know about. Both should be the number one options. We think that both are going to get the ugly volume.
I think the ugly volume title would go to Drake London over Christian Watson. Now, I think we're going to really need to bank on some. I think Christian Watson's like 75, 80 targets.
I really don't think. I don't think Drake. Man,
I think Drake London's going over 100, maybe 120.
It's crazy.
It's coming off 120 last year, right?
Yeah, they have no Bijan.
Last year. Good point.
Like,
they
had
no Kyle Pitts the majority of the year too.
Yeah, I'm curious how much Bijan takes away. I mean, because they ran a shitload last year. We already know that. Is he gonna run it? Are they gonna run it up even more? And like take away from Ritter because Ritter's trash.
I would say.
Got to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing that's going to suck about both of these guys is the touchdowns. I mean, that's really both these offenses. We don't know how they're going to fare.
I think, damn, what's crazy is like, I think the better running team is Atlanta and the better overall offense is New York. Is that crazy to say?
But which New York?
The Giants. I think they're overall better offense. Yeah, on paper, but I think the run game, that's the Falcons are one of the better running games coming off of last year. I mean, 4.6 yards a carry for Tyler Algier Alabubu. You know what I mean? Is Tyler Algier Alabubu a world beater as far as talent goes? I don't think so. So I'm excited for a Bijan behind this line in that run scheme.
This really could be like. I think it's going to be different, but this could be more like Zeke when he got to the Cowboys, like way more than versus Saquon when he got to the Giants, right?
Well, I could say that, but I could say that because you don't believe in the passing game as much as I do for a Bijan. You know what I mean? I tend to buy into that because you have to use them that way.
I was more talking,
or else I'm really upset for all my Bijan shares. You know what I mean?
I was more talking about the line because like when Zeke goes there, I mean, it could be considered top 5 line. I think Atlanta's considered a top 5 line right now, at least like very very close
for run blocking.
Yeah, and it was like the exact opposite for Saquon, where he knew that line was trash.
Yeah,
but because of that,
and you had a non-check down quarterback, so it was like, yeah, I mean.
Because is Ritter going to be checked down Charlie? Like that's what we kind of need him to be.
I don't know, man. I hope he got it in the repertoire. I mean, Tannehill was in that system. You know what I mean? Even if because Derrick Henry wasn't a route runner, and that's the thing. What I'm banking on Bijan is like, okay, we see this all the time in training camp and in the offseason. They'll take a running back, put him in the slot drills with the receivers, put him in the and all kind of receiver drills. They were doing that with Bijan. I hope that isn't just for fucking show. You know what I mean? Like,
because remember Etienne, like they're getting him out there last year. Look at him running out of the slot. He's gonna be playing out of the slot all the time.
He did that like almost 0%.
Yeah, I don't even remember if he did play out of the slot.
He caught a couple balls out of the backfield, but I wasn't running no fucking routes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like that's what we really need. And I guess that's why I'm of the mindset that Algier does not go away fully. I mean, just because if you really are going to throw Bijan in the slot, how do you do that with nobody behind the line of scrimmage? Like, you got to have someone behind the line of scrimmage.
Unless you motion him out of the backfield into the slot, right. Like you go zero back. I mean, zero back sets. I mean, you can see that, but also, I tend to believe that like Algier is going to be great for chewing out the clock. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like he's a closer at this point. Yeah. And maybe on some, some 4th and shorts or something where they really need the big bruiser banger guy. You know what I mean? Maybe
they just should run it like 600 times and fuck Desmond Ridder, because at least they can. I mean, you're going to be able to run on them like crazy, but I don't think you're going to be able to throw on them, like nobody's business. So that should be what they do, is just really try to grind the fucking ball to hell.
Own time of possession has always been Arthur Smith's way of winning since going back to Tennessee. So, I mean, that's how they beat my Niners last year with Mariota. You know what I'm saying? Like, just grind out the clock, on time of possession, and keep the opposing offenses off the field, because that's the biggest challenge for Atlanta, is even being able to extend these drives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Bijan just helps all that. Like, as shitty Ridder is probably going to be. And then I'm just going to echo, one of your early sentiments in the offseason was like, hey, man, it'd probably be better if it was Taylor Heineke. So a couple bad outings. Maybe they would start winning in spite of Desmond Ridder, and then they can make the change that way too. But, yeah, I mean, they seem to like this Ridder kid a lot. So we're all going to have this experiment together.
It's going to be ugly. And Josh said, thinking Dobbs is going to be the guy over Tune to captain.
Me too.
And he said to captain the bottom of the tank.
Someone call Ghost Monkey right now.
Because Tune, I mean, do they want to ruin him right away? I know he's not going to be, nothing. But
I mean, they could be like, Tune, you are the key to losing all these games. They could be like that. You're a rookie. We're going to throw you to the fire. You with this? Hell yeah.
Josh Dobbs does not seem like the guy who is like, yeah, we're throwing him out there and we just know he's going to win. Like, he's got to be the guy they brought over because they know he's going to lose.
And that guy, the OC, worked with him before in Cleveland. So that he's like, I know who's really terrible. We're going to go have to trade for him, though. I promise you. You know what? My guys over there in Cleveland, they just named him the second behind Watson. It's a fugazi. They want us to come get him.
What? Marco said he dropped Warner for Jack Sanborn. Well, we know he doesn't watch this show. That's for sure.
It's funny? I don't know what the Penei Sewell or the Noah Sewell injury is, but man, Sanborn might actually be a third. It's just that the third sucks in that system. You know what I mean?
But Noah Sewell wasn't going to be a starter though.
I thought he was, because there were certain things coming out of the Chicago camp that they really like this kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he actually has a shot at the starting lineup, and then he got hurt. But that was the last thing they were saying in his last couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, either way, that dude's goofy, because Pete Warner should be the number 2 linebacker. I mean, maybe the number 2 total defensive piece on that defense, right behind Demario Davis. And Jack Sanborn is the number 3 behind Tremaine Edwards, TJ Edwards, or Edmonds Edwards, TJ Edwards, and then him. Yeah, he's not going to get a lot of time on the field. What up, Peacock? Yeah, he said, what up, crew? He said, I need to smoke again already. Let's get it.
I heard the fuck out of that.
This is a Facebook user. How PPR 6th overall pick? Are you taking one of the elite wide receivers if they fall, or Bijan? I'm probably just taking one of those wide receivers there. I didn't even get a Hill to fall to number 6.
Yeah, I was about to say. And if Kelsey's there, smash.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Kelsey at 6. Kelsey at 6.
What up, Crispy? He said, I said, what up, motherfuckers? What up, Crispy?
What was that, Dad?
Uh-oh. Manny said, start Goff or Geno week 1.
Goffle.
Come on, man. Like, Goffle versus Patrick Mahomes in the season opener. You want all the pieces of that.
And you know what's crazy is, like, it's a 54 point under over.
Yeah.
Vegas is giving us. They're giving us
54
point total for the game.
Yeah.
And these are 2. And then we have L'Jarius Sneed, who's questionable for week 1, might not have no Chris Jones. Like, the Lions are going to shoot it out with them. You know what I'm saying? And, like, then there's the Lions defense. Like, they're going to get shredded up too by Mahomes. I like this. I'm actually like, Like you couldn't really get me to argue if you said I like the over, because for fantasy, which is what we want.
I love the over. We're taking the over. That's what we want. Chiefs in the over. That's what I'm taking that opening game. Let's get it.
Let's fucking go. You know what's funny? You want to know where I'm at on that game?
Where?
I don't know where I'm at on the under over yet, but I'm taking that. I'm taking the +6 for the Detroit Lions. Yeah. Let's go. Give it to me.
You know why I'm not? Because of that defense.
It's Goffle.
It's super close. Nah, because Goffle can
get the defense and Goffle.
Yeah, I mean, I just
are they're gonna be outside, huh? Outside Goffle.
I'm not betting against Mahomes and Andy Reid for game 1.
Shootout.
Yeah, shoot it out. Both teams in the 30s. Shoot it out. Shoot it out. We're gonna get that. I mean, both teams already projected for 27 by Vegas. Why can't we get both teams over 30? Let's get it. And game 1, this is good.
And they're giving 27. They're giving 33 points to the Chiefs. And that's what the points they're giving them.
Crispy found a free bet. Is it on Underdog or on DraftKings? What was it, Crispy? It was Patrick Mahomes over 1 passing yard. So one of those ones where they just try to get you hooked, you know?
Those are the free money bets.
Yeah.
So they give you one to start your parlay. Those are usually promotional shit. They'll be like, Tom Brady, 1 passing yard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sign up now and get a free square.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of joints do that. What's the one? I can't remember the one that Pat Mayo uses. Price something, I forget, but they do those all the time. Mm-hmm. Every week they give you a free square.
Yeah,
to start a parlay with.
Yeah. Reese said, should I trade Ayuk and Pacheco for Olave? No, I'm a hold. Nope. And
I'm mad at it. We're on the right track.
Yeah, let's see who else.
He's trying to tear up.
And Antonio said, "Who is Jeff Williams?" I corrected him when he said it.
You know what's so funny is that's actually an inside joke that nobody knows about. For the longest, when me and Steamboat used to do the before we started calling him JWJ, he was Jeff Willis. You know, he was Jeff Willis. Because I would always like, who's that guy, bro? I'm telling you, bro, he's gonna get a shot, bro. Jeff Willis, bro. John Willis. Jeff Willis, bro. That's his name. Who the fuck is that, Bogey?
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look at my man, JWJ.
And who is this? Shannon. He said, is this Shannon? Yeah. How do you handle this situation when somebody trades for future picks and the team that traded is not returning the following year?
You beat his ass.
Yeah, like if
jump him.
Yeah, like I mean, it's crazy that someone
punch him for once for every round that he dropped. Oh, you gave away a second round. Oh, you get a 2-piece. Yeah.
It's crazy that someone like that far in advance would just say, I'm not coming back. Cause like, I guess I'm the guy that I don't like wasting any of my time. If I know I'm not coming back, like, why not just get out of it, you know, right away? Like, but I only allow people to trade future picks like that, future seconds and first, if they pay for that year. Cause like, if you're going to pay to fucking, you know, buy a championship, like that's one thing, you know, but you don't get to try to buy a championship and then just bounce. Like, nah.
Not without a good old-fashioned ass whooping. Fuck those people.
What? Davlin said you guys are making me scared to play Fields over Goffle week 1. You should be scared to play Fields over Goffle week 1.
Who's Chicago playing? They playing Minnesota? No, that's Green Bay, right? Green Bay's playing Minnesota. Who's Chicago got week 1 in this bit?
Chicago's got...
Hey,
they got the Packers now. So they got the Packers.
Oh, they're about to run all over the Packers. That's the one thing you got to worry about with Fields is that everyone else runs it, not him. They're gonna run all over. They have a decent secondary versus they have a shitty front seven.
Only reason I'll play Fields over Goffle is if it's a 4-point passing touchdown, and you know, then Fields is just gonna give you more upside with his rushing.
Yeah, I mean, a non-divisional matchup tends to shoot out more than a divisional matchup would. These guys are very familiar with each other, the Green Bay. I mean, this is like matchup 100 and something between the Packers and Chicago.
And this is a heated rivalry too.
This is the fucking 100. This goes back like 80 years, this rivalry. Like those games tend to be lower scoring. And it's not I own you, I still own you, Aaron Rodgers anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so maybe, you know, maybe Chicago actually goes out there and controls the tempo the whole game, and we don't really get too much pass attempts out of a young Fields. You know what I'm saying? Plus I'm just gonna take, like, what's the point total on that game? 30 something. Give me the 54-point total, and I'm gonna get a piece of that shootout.
Fuck, Peacock said my cousin from H-Town called me yesterday to help him out with the draft. He'd already auto-drafted the first 5 rounds.
Hey, cuz, I need you to stop everything you're doing right now, bro. I'm having an emergency. Well, what is it, cuz? 5-round auto draft. Oh, no. Where we at? Pull up the queue. We got to start queuing guys right now.
Tino said, I'm back. I had to handle my first NCAA fantasy football trade. LOL. Shout out to all the boosters that support the program. There's no boosters anymore, is there? Because now dudes get like real deals from like real companies and shit.
We're still shouting out the boosters. They still exist.
Man, fuck the boosters. Like the Toolies or whatever. Screwing over Michael Orr for that money. Fuck those boosters.
It wasn't Michael Orr that screwed him, okay? It was his compensatory parents. What do they call them? Conditional parents? Whatever. His fucking guardian angels legally.
And Jamie said, what do you think of Spillane on the Raiders this year? He was playing the green dot, so is it going to be...
Oh, that's how you say his name. Spillane. It's not Spiller?
No.
There's no R in it?
No.
Yeah, he's the one. It's like him and the Divine Devil, right?
Yeah, I just... man, it's so ugly.
Oh, what about my man, Luke masturbating?
Luke
Masterson.
I hate the linebackers for the Raiders because, like, outside of that one Perryman year, like, they never produce. They just never produce.
And Divine Diablo was kind of a bit of a cheat code last year because he had that dual designation. I don't know if he still has it, but, like, you were able to put him in your DB spot, and he was decent for that because he was really just playing linebacker.
And Austin said, only one more. This is the last Friday before there's no more football. Let's get it.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. He said, Huss football Sunday mornings are going to be so close, bro. Oh, yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. 1 week away. 1 week away.
You know, I ain't going to lie. There's been a couple years, and I haven't done this in a while, but a couple years in a row, like, I'll be like, okay, a week away from football. I would just sleep and wake up that day.
Yeah.
Clear my schedule. Hold all my calls. I'm going into hibernation. It's going to be a long season.
One Nation said, in a 12-team Superflex PPR IDP, wake up to a trade. I get Ayuk for a 24 first and third. Yeah. Oh, you get Ayuk for that. Yeah, I'd do that.
Buy it.
Yeah, especially if you already know that you're
to a deal.
If you're going to be in any kind of contending situation where you're a playoff team, yeah, you're getting a way better option with your late first than you would be drafting there for sure.
Hayukin.
Austin said, got my draft spot in the 10-man, got the 5 spot, said don't even mind it looking at Hill or Kelsey. It's Kelsey if he's there, but yeah, I mean, both of those guys are great, and you got even amount of picks in between each pick. Like it.
I got my thrills on Blueberry Hills.
And Peacock said, I'm going to edit a fake intro video for my fake Houston Huddle podcast. What do you mean, man? I thought you were going to have the Houston Huddle over here, and that's going to be going weekly.
on all streaming platforms. Let's fucking go.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Oh, and we're also toying with the idea because we're about to just start streaming for the fuck of it half the time too. Painting with Peacock.
Yeah, you ready for that?
Be like the new Bob Ross, only flyer, like the new flyer, modern day Bob Ross.
Yeah, because you'd be like smoking and painting at the same time. People would love it.
We're gonna roll up some of these happy little trees. Before we start painting, we're gonna just twist up some of these happy little trees.
And maybe you do just paint a tree that everybody, man, see, that's what you should
paint yourself rolling a joint. Look at me just rolling those happy little trees. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I would watch that.
And I don't like this. Davlin said make them pay for half the year instead. Nope. You pay for the full year or you don't get to try to buy a championship, you sucker. It's just the way that it goes.
You know, I'm from the Bay. When you call someone a sucker, it's like calling someone the F word. It's a real, like, bro, he's a sucker. Like, fighting words, bro. People don't know how powerful the word sucker is, bro. Like, you don't want to be labeled a sucker, bro. He's like, listen, these fucking suckers.
That's so funny. And because no, I've never thought of it as like a fight, you know, like fighting terms, you know, like because even like Booker T, you know, like that's where most of the sucker is.
That's why I like that. That was my intro. I ain't gonna lie for the longest.
Can you dig it?
Suckers? You know what I'm saying? Because suckers get got, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
and Joe said going to work is highly overrated. Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I mean, you know, I think, you know, what's funny is like work was the key word for me, but instead of going to it, I started pushing it. You know what I mean?
What up, Emilio?
Pushing work. Good. God damn it.
Damn. Antonio said he got Kelsey at 8 yesterday and Mahomes in round 3. Savage.
Well, just go to the parade already. Just go to the fantasy parade, bro.
He's there. He's there,
bro.
What up, Bakes? Bakes in the house.
What's happening?
Tina said, should I get these apples and bananas or tropical rents? Tropical rent sounds better.
Yeah, I'm going with rents.
Apples and bananas sounds a little
apples
too
and bananas sounds like it's gonna taste really good, but not be as stony as them rents would be.
Yeah. Oh, he's at Harborside right now. There we go.
Oh man.
I do want to go to Harborside one time just because that place is like so notorious.
Which one are you in? Are you in the Milpitas joint? Or are you in the OG Oakland one? Because that's what's really cool about Harborside. They actually opened up a sister facility for us out there in the South Bay. You know what I mean?
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and like back in the days, bro, if you wanted some yerps, bro, like you really had to go to Harbor. Like there's some real good, like fucking medical grade, fucking purple granddaddy or some purple Urkel. You know, back in the days, you had to go to the Harborside, bro.
Tino said, I accept the booster because I ain't got no NIL money.
That's fucking tight. Look how like they're having fun over there doing some degenerate shit. And you know what Steamboat's whole thing is? He's like, bro, well, it's just now I'm gonna force feed my way to knowing these college guys. I don't have to call Bogey and be like, all right, who's the top 10 running backs? And then he'd be like, I ain't never heard of none of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And for me, it's because I follow like Ray GQ's content and like the other guys that do all the work for me. They just do all the work. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate those motherfuckers. Like, yeah, zero me in on the top 10 prospects at each position. Then I could like, and then like once I get
start focusing on college, that may make my NFL game get a little weak. You know, like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I'm just gonna always do what I continue to do. It's Ray GQ and Emory Hunt when it comes to like college scouting for me, because those guys never steer me wrong for years.
Yeah, and maybe and Steamboat will stop being bonus holes and give us some information. I already told you we'll blur your face.
This is the makings of a show. It's the makings of a show. I mean, look at what would be cool. Tino can even have the most innovative show we've ever seen. Fantasy, NCAA or Devi on the road, right? He could just be going about his regular day at work, write a script, and find random homeless people. Okay, read this. I'll give you a ham sandwich. Just read this script, right?
He wouldn't even be Devi because Devi means you're doing both. You're doing both of them in one combined league. So we're going more degenerate with just the NCAA fantasy.
Yeah, and you could but read by homeless people.
That was one of the things that made Ruxin start laughing so hard when Taco had his notary commercial, and then he hits the homeless dude with the stamp, and then the homeless guy just ends up in Kevin's living room. He's like, there's a homeless guy in Kevin's living room now.
I mean, he's the notarized homeless guy though, right?
And we shout out to Uncle Smoke. He wants all the smoke. He said 420 Crew Fire. What up? What up?
What's Hannon? And
he said y'all getting Ricky Williams again. Yeah, we're not exactly sure what date, but
it's funny. I actually was texting back with him and forth with him yesterday because every time Friday comes around, that's usually his open days. So I texted him yesterday, hey man, if you're free tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome to come on. I said we want to talk to you about just what's it, because for me, I always want to have a reason specified to fantasy. And in this case, I want to bring him on. I want to ask him, what's it like for a running back that's going to hold out and come back? Do we got to worry about their conditioning? Do we got to worry? You know what I mean? And he's like, I like that. I like that. And then he texted me this morning. He wasn't going to be able to make it. So I'm like, all right. So, but I like that. At least he communicates with us, because before we had to go through like a third party And then and it's almost like that was even easier because they would just schedule him like weeks out.
Yeah, that's what we may have to do, just because it's different when he gets something scheduled that's already on the docket.
Yeah, that he can't
having to try to plan plan his own day when he's already got a bunch of shit scheduled. I'm sure. Even he said Friday's not his big day. I'm sure he's taking hella calls.
When people say Friday's their free day, that's usually the day that they're free to do like appointments and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the shit that they need to do that they
exactly
all week.
Because he was saying like that's when the wifey's off, and so like he actually has his hands free from the kids. You know what I mean? Like even that day when he pulled up like randomly at the crib, he had the little man with him, and he was like, Fridays and Saturdays are usually those are my days, but it's like I gave my girl a day off. I think, hey, I'm gonna take the kid and go smoke some weed with Bogey. You know what I mean?
There we go.
It was a trip too, because like for the first when he was kicking it here for like the first hour, we didn't even smoke any weed because I was like, do I just smoke weed in front of the kids right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even really smoke weed in front of my son. And when we're outside, he was like, pack a bowl. I'm like, yeah, you're right, huh? What the fuck are we doing here? I'm with Ricky Williams. Let's get high.
Shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Devo. Let's smoke it up. Tino said in the 3QP league, I got Caleb, Travis, and Daniel. Said honestly, honestly not even fair. He said I'm gonna kill him. Projected 840 points a game. All the other teams are projected like 780. So you guys are doing 3 QB and
real madness.
Because those are the only play.
How many degenerates did you guys get? You guys have 12? I'm be very impressed.
I mean, it's a free league. If you would have said you got 12 degenerates to pay $50 for this shit, I would be like, wow. All right, there you go. We got some real.
I'll be really surprised if it's free. I ain't gonna lie, because I know
he said it was
25. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
they're really just trying to step the isms up.
Well, I mean,
you gotta known to their show too, though. We need them. We need them very vocal about it. We would love and need a college dedicated show. You know what I mean? Like hella people. Like there's always hella people that in the chat that's always trying to word us up on shit. I mean, they would gravitate towards a college centric show.
Tino, gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. We're counting on you.
There's an unlimited amount of homeless people out there in San Ho, bro. It'll be an awesome show. Just Steamboat out there in the wild interviewing these bums. Tino just writes the script. Directed by Tino. Directed and produced by Tino.
And let's see. What do we got here? Who else we got? Uncle Smoke said, I still got my Ricky's Dolphins jersey 954 in the house. All right.
Let's go, man. 954, stand up. Hey, it's dope because the Ricky joint that I got, I had him sign it again.
Just to make sure.
Because you got that one. We got that one pristine. I got that one through the universe, actually. I ain't gonna lie. Especially
it did come from, I mean, because that's where Clock was getting all his jerseys, right?
To us to gift it to my birthday twin, who then gifts it to me.
That jersey has been around the block and back, and
that's time zones, huh?
And like, just even think about all that. How because who knows what happened after Ricky initially signed that? Did he even get it signed by the guy who sold it on pristine auction? Could it have changed hands before that?
And when I'm bringing out the jersey, this is right before you leave. Like, oh shit! Before you leave, can you sign this jersey I have? You already had signed it, and he had just did my reading, and it's like, but she's knowing my reading. I'm very skeptical of it. He's like, yeah, I got it. And he takes one look at it, he goes, oh, that's me. I was like, oh, word. I said, yes, now he's signing it twice. But isn't that funny though? Because you sign those things you don't never think is coming back.
Yeah, how would especially it's already signed. Who would be thinking of it to he just happened to come to your house. So I
should have had him sign it the third time when he came over the other time, huh?
That would have been pretty cool for me. Where instead of having a wall of fame, we're going to have a jersey of fame of Ricky. Every time he comes, he signs it.
It's a jersey that hangs from the ceiling too and spins slowly in a pasting. Because we had him sign it all over this motherfucker.
Because one thing we were going to do, and I'll even say it now, I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't know if we were going to be able to do it, but I was going to make a 420, 420 crew jersey. I have the jersey, but we still had to patch it and all that. And get everyone to sign it in one of those silver Sharpies, that could show up.
Oh, at the event.
Yeah. So I think that'll be one for the future, though.
Mine's gotta be silver, bro. Mine's gotta be the gold ones, bro.
Well, I guess it could be gold. It would just have to be something that could write on the black.
Yeah, the gold.
Yeah.
Don't never come at me with that silver shit, bro. That's second place. That's Raiders, bro. Raiders should be rocking like that's like steel, actually. They're not even second place.
Tino said Tino's Bum Chronicles.
I didn't remember the bum fights. That shit was wild, bro. Early YouTube.
I still got those. I got all those DVDs still.
Hey, listen, shout out to the homie Bro Mel. I've referenced him before because remember I told you he worked at like the factory that pressed up everything for like the West Coast.
Yeah.
So we got everything you can imagine, bro. The only thing he couldn't really get was like the new releases, like the mainstream ones. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a Pirates of the Caribbean. I remember he was like, I can't get that, bro. Yeah. He's like, they count those. I'm like, give me a Pirates, bro. I just remember like that was the only time I was denied one. I was like, for real. And they would get them like a week early because they would start pressing them up to ship them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I had all the bum fights, I had everything, bro, and it would just be a disc, not even in the case. You know what I mean?
I still got all the bum fight. I still got all the bum fight DVDs.
They'll go through, give a motherfucker a Taka vodka at like $13 and be like, all right, bro, get drunk. You're about to fight the next bum we find. Even the one, you remember, it was like they were doing wild shit. They had tied the dude up to like a tree or like a post or something. Remember, and they were cleaning him. They're using like car washing tools, like a big old stick with a fucking scrubbing his face. We're cleaning him up before the fight.
Man, those guys are assholes.
They sold a shitload of DVDs, bro.
I know they did. Yeah, for sure. I bought them. So,
you know, it's funny too. You can go out in the world and not be afraid of all these bums. Like, there he is right there. Because them bums, unless they're like the new age bums that had DVD players and whatnot.
Yeah.
The old school bums that had YouTube. This before smartphones too, huh?
Yeah.
Way before this old YouTube. Even, you know what I mean? When the YouTube was the Wild West, you go watch the Kardashian porn on there back in the days.
The Wild Wild West.
You know how many times somebody back in the days when the first iPhone and like the Trio started to come out, like, hey, bro, you know what 2 Girls 1 Cup is? Nah, what's that, bro? Here, let me show you. You're like, you can never unwatch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then motherfuckers like, yeah, ever watch 2 Girls 1 Cup? Yeah, I seen that shit, bro. Put your phone away. Because and then I remember when I first got a smartphone, I was like, you ever seen a double rainbow? You ever seen the Antoine Dotson? You just I'm in the elevator with strangers, bro. You ever seen that fucking it's a double rainbow? I mean, that was like the key to things going viral, right? The urge to show other people. Yeah. Bro, you haven't seen it? Bro, sit down. Like, at work, you walk into someone's cubicle. At least that's how I imagine work people go, right? Because for me to be like, I'm dropping off a pack. Like, hey, bro, they watching the double rainbow, actually. Hey, bro, you ever seen the double rainbow? Let me see that shit. That shit had me dying. I must have showed like 80 people. And it wasn't even that funny, too, in hindsight. It was just how, like, and the dude was like, I wasn't on drugs that time because he went on like on a whole tour. He was on like Conan and all kind of shit.
Uh-huh.
And he was like a hippie dude that just lived in the mountains. And he just stepped out one day and he saw a double rainbow and he felt like the touch of God, apparently. He just started crying and it was so beautiful to him. And he wasn't on any psychedelics that day.
Yeah.
Supposedly. What does it all mean? He was just crying. It's a fucking double rainbow. What does it all mean?
That's wild.
Or that fucking the little British kid or English kid, Charlie.
Yeah,
he just keeps letting the dog bite him. The stupid kid. Charlie, that really hurt.
Yeah, not the dog, the little baby.
Oh yeah, no. Well, it wasn't letting the dog bite him.
No, it was a little baby.
He's letting another baby bite him. Wow, like that's how long I haven't seen.
I don't know. He was like 3 years old or 4 years old, and like the baby was like 1. And just thought it was funny because every time he bit his finger, like you go, "Ow, Charlie!" And Charlie would be cracking up.
Man, I don't know why I remember being a dog biting his ass. That stupid kid.
That's hilarious.
Now it's just adorable. I get it. No, Charlie. See, that's what's crazy about my son. If my baby daughter would have bit his ass, he would have socked her right in the face. But after they listen, you don't hit, okay? Then he have a justification. She bit me. She bite hard too.
What up? Hess in the house. Let's smoke it up, bro, for the Cannabis Guardian Angel.
Shout out to the CGA himself.
And Joe said Charlie Bit Me is a millionaire doing drop shipping on Amazon now.
For real, huh? I bet you people see him. Hey, yeah, it's like, yeah, I noticed you looking at me from afar. Yes, I'm him. I'm Charlie. You should be in a restaurant. Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you. But you are. And while I'm having my supper, are you that kid? Only grown now. But the kid's got to be like, he's probably only a teenager right now. That was what, 2010? He was probably like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it had to be something like that.
His parents had squandered all his money away.
Probably. They're the ones who put it up on YouTube, right? I'm sure.
He's like, Mommy and Daddy, that really hurt. My pockets. That poor kid.
Oh, man.
I mean, imagine that though too. Kids aren't very nice, man. Other kids probably just run up to him at school and just bite his ass. Do the line. Charlie has to be homeschooled now. His name is not even Charlie. No one knows the kid's name. They just call him Charlie.
Oh man, Charlie Bit Me. And they had that whole the whole remix version of it, right?
Yep. I hate that goddamn song. Those songs used to chart too, bro.
Oh yeah,
that Antoine Dotson song, that shit went #1. It went platinum on streams or some shit, bro. That motherfucker went on tour with that shit, and I think this was like before the kid that flipped it. I don't think that kid was savvy to like publishing and what do they call that? Intellectual properties, just shit like that. Okay. I think Antoine Dotson was able to assume all of that, bro.
Tight.
And you know what's crazy? He was a flaming gay man. He goes on this tour and he comes back. He's like, I'm straight now. I have a girl, I have a kid. You know what I mean? The voice was different. And then I think if it was Vlad, it was like, so how does that happen? And he's like, I don't know, man. But see, me, I think he just never had that good pussy he got. He was like, oh, that's why. You know what I mean? But also, I think his backstory is pretty dark too. I think he was like sexually abused by like uncles and stuff like that. So that could have like really twisted him up growing up. You know what I mean? Yeah. But hey, shout out to that kid that remixed the fuck out of that interview, huh? You just saw the news clip. It was like, this is funny. Because I remember people showing me the news clip first. Watch this. And I'm like, why the fuck am I watching this? Then they hit me with the remix.
Because I didn't even see the remix right away. Like it was someone just showing me, the straight video.
But that's how you were supposed to show people back then. Bro, watch this shit. You're like, what the fuck? And it's just this shit got like 1 billion views. Then you find out why. You're like, oh, they made a song about it.
He's the man.
Like, here you go.
Yeah, let's see how many. I wonder how many views it has right now. 83 million views.
The actual interview?
Yeah.
Wow. Because you know what I mean? Okay, now how many does the song have? Because I feel like if you
154 million.
That means people listen at least at minimum, listen to the song twice and saw the interview once.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there might be people who never saw that interview but they had to hear the song. They were
like, slapping.
I mean, like
it's climbing just showed them the song. He's snatching your people up.
Oh man!
When he starts listing it, that's the part. You need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife. It was a slap, bro. I've been trying to make hits all my fucking life, and all it took for this former gay man, now straight, heterosexual, proud, he only needed some random little 11-year-old white kid to remix his shit and put him over.
Hold on.
Hit the drop. That's all it took. I've been trying for 2 decades.
Oh man,
I got hits,
man, and yeah, and luckily he just had the wherewithal to just be himself, and not try to dress it up for the cameras or anything. Because yeah, man.
I mean, where was that? Baltimore? In my mind, it's like somewhere really, really hood. Like somewhere really grime time.
It's Lincoln Park. I swear it was Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
We'll just search where's Antoine Dodson from. I mean, I'm sure
it's gonna say Google's gonna say, well, obviously.
Oh shit! Okay, he's from Chicago, from the Shire.
Oh shit, he's from the Rack, bro. Where's Lincoln Park in the Rack? What side is that? Is that the South Side, bro?
I have no fucking idea.
Where's Mike Joseph?
Yeah, we
need a Chicago native.
Yeah, we need help, Mike Joseph. Oh shit! Okay, so actually, it's
Illinois.
It looks like it's no, it's like right by Chicago. It looks like it's a couple boroughs north of like the center of the city, like of downtown.
Okay. Yeah, downtown's like Lakeshore, or whatever.
And it's right by the Lincoln Park Zoo, and it's just a little south of Wrigley Field.
See Antoine Johnson one day. See, this is the next plan, right? We go to Lincoln Park, release the lions. And then he said, there's some lions out here. It'll be a stretch. They eat everything out here. The carnivores.
Silky Johnson in the house. He said, North Side.
North Side. Okay, that's where Bears, Brews, and the Bros is from. They're from the North.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he moved out to like Arlington when he had a family. He was like, yeah, I had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, yep.
And Derek, hey, hopping over on Twitch. Salute. Man, it's so funny. Remember I told you that there was like a couple people trolling me on TikTok about like the Derrick Henry video or whatever. It's hilarious because so one of the guys like I didn't call him a bitch or anything, but that's what I was thinking. But I was like, man, if you're such a shark, put your money where your mouth is. Come join the league with us. And I thought he was just gonna be like, you know, one of those little bitches who's just like a troll and like, you know, just he actually joined 2 of the leagues, paid for them already. And
which ones?
The Vampire and the 3QB.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
And he was like, yeah, I troll people on TikTok. He was like, I got hella respect for you for inviting me to a league. You know
what's hella funny is that like a lot of the people that I have disdain for, it's always surface level. And I'm pretty sure, and I'm on record for saying this numerous times, like people that don't know me, it's a real clear divide. You either really dig me or you can't fucking stand me. You know what I'm saying? There's no in-betweens, right? But like, I've kind of viewed the world like that. But you get me in a situation where I get to talk to somebody, I'm pretty sure everybody is cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that's why I like this guy. What I'm saying is this guy's one of them. Listen, I just troll people. It's fun, bro. Like, you know, most people, they troll. I'm not a troll. They just think they're like, their opinion counts so much that they just, you know what I mean? Like, no, you're a troll, bro. Like, just, you know what I mean?
At least he admits
it. You for putting the money. He put his money where his mouth is. He's like, yeah, let's go to war. I respect that too. Shout out to him.
So joined with us. That's funny. And and then he smokes weed too. He was like, I fuck with the 420 also. I think that might have been Uncle Smoke who came in. So
okay, shout out to
funny, but yeah, it's hilarious. You know, just the way that things work. It really is.
Yeah, I like trolls though. It's kind of like, I mean, we almost like don't know you exist till you have some, you know what I mean?
And I'll respond to the trolls. Like I figured out the way to kind of do it because like you can't respond to the trolls and call them all types of bitches and fuckers.
Yeah, because then the trolls will report you too.
Yeah, then your shit will get flagged.
It's entrapment, right? It's like they're the police for real. They're the fucking pigs out here.
They're trying to get you to verbally put, to type it and keyboard punch them in the face so they can report your ass.
You know, it's been funny. What's been funny, in the last, I don't know, year, I've seen this a lot. It'd be like people answering live questions. Because I see a lot of clips of these being posted. It'd be like, okay, this next question is from Nigel. Oh, you almost got me. Because they'll be like, this question is from NYG. You know what I mean? Like they'll spell the N-word a different way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And then like make the person read it. Oh, then they'll post that shit, post it everywhere. I'm like, damn, that's cold.
Tino said, unless you don't want the smoke, then I think you're a cop.
Yeah, for real though.
And Silky said, which dude is he in the 3QB? Let me see.
What was the whole Derrick Henry thing? Were you on the Derrick Henry side and people are off? Is that what we're doing here?
Well, it was because at the time when we recorded the video, he was ADP 15 on Sleeper. and he'd since risen from then. So like when I posted the video, he was probably like RB10 already, and then like when people started seeing it was a couple days later, and now he's like RB6 or 7 on most formats. So
yeah,
really it rose so quick that like I needed to post it that exact same day that I made the take, and that was
it's an exact response, an immediate response to Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, for sure.
Being gone, people are like, oh no. And all across the world where people are drafting now, they're pulling up Derrick Henry higher than he was going. Jacobs is going higher than he was going. Pollard is actually still going where he's going. People are just Cowboy fans, man.
And Silky, so he does go by Uncle Smoke on. So that was him in the
yeah. Shout out to Uncle Smoke.
Yeah. He's Uncle Smoke 420 in the 3 QB league.
He knows we ain't playing. He said, let me take a gander at these guys, see what they're talking about over there.
Trapper Man in the house. What up, bro? He said, long time no see. It's Philly Mike. What up? Philly stand up.
What's up, Philly Mike?
Hey, he said, why can't we donate? It's because, man, they shut us, they shut the monetization down. But hold on, because we do got the way that you can donate is with by going to 420superchat.com.
Yeah, are we doing a season opener giveaway this year? Are we surprising them? This is not a surprise now.
No, we were gonna do. I mean, we're gonna do something like maybe towards the end of September. So
okay, there you go. We'll make sure this, whatever donations or superchat.coms you guys send to us, we're gonna make sure that we get the equal amount of entries for our next giveaway. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you got to stay tuned for our next giveaway. We got so many things we don't even know what to go with, bro. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah. There we go. So I threw the link in there. Yeah, it's 420superchat.com. Works the same way where you could do just in dollar amounts.
Yeah, and you actually just help us out more because good old Uncle YouTube over there might as well be Uncle Sam taking half.
Yeah, man. YouTube
half.
YouTube is taxing,
waxing. Hey, Trapper Mike knows. We out here waxing and taxing the market. You know what I'm talking about?
And Rob in the house. What up? What up? Over on Facebook.
What's good with you, Rob?
And Marco said, "What do you call an angry German mob?
A smorgasbord?" I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. Give me the buzzer.
Oh man, I got to get all that hooked up after, man. And see, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going to LA for
on a midnight train to Georgia.
24-hour turnaround.
Oh, he's leaving. That shit goes crazy. I almost want to flip that. Sell to somebody.
Damn, Marco said a sour crowd. Hey yo.
So is it crowd, not kraut? With a T?
Well, that's the joke part of it.
Ah, come on. That's funny. Marco, is he a dad? Because then I'll be like, I'll give him 100 points for that one. Because it's like, you got to be a dad to make a dad joke like that.
Hey yo.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Man, see, this is crazy because
ground beef. I'm a dad of 4. I could get cheesier if I wanted to. I could go.
Oh man,
I got 4 children's.
It's crazy.
They love that ground beef one. I actually stole that from my oldest when she was 6.
It's crazy how everything works with these leagues because like nobody really wanted to like get into like any of these leagues necessarily, or like, there's like maybe 1 or 2 people.
But now there's a line out the door when you get closer to the war.
Yeah. Now that the vampire draft's starting tomorrow, there's like 10 people who are like, hey, you still got any spots in that vampire's like, yeah, where were you when we were trying to fill 4 leagues? And just kidding. Mike Joseph.
Motherfuckers was out there training. They pulled up the day of fucking necklace of garlic. Well, this is the vampire draft.
And Mike Joseph, we got 1 more spot as of now. If you want to get in, it's tomorrow at 8 a.m. West Coast time.
Mike Joseph makes music too in his heyday, right? And Mike Joseph, I just figured it out, bro. All it took was some little 11, 12-year-old white boy to remix some regular shit we was saying, bro. We would have been millionaires. I guess being rich in life, because being rich is subjective. Yeah. I like walking around my house and looking at my kids. I'm like, I'm fucking rich. You know what I mean? But damn, if I could have some of that money rich, you know what I mean? Some of that Americana greenbacks, bluebacks. I need it all. 420superchat.com, by the way.
Instead of Fig Newton.
Hey, Fig Newtons went hard, bro. The strawberry, though. Don't get the fig one.
That fruited cake.
Those English people love that fig one, huh? I don't get it. Like marmalade, or is that what that is? Do they make marmalade out of fig? Fig's disgusting.
And Crispy said, he said, "Goat F you." He said, "You always gets me put in Facebook jail." Yeah, you can't be cursing at people, man. Like, that's just one of the things that's so easy for someone to report.
You know, if I could look at someone's Facebook profile and be like, well, he was just a wily old man. You know what I mean? I'd be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's why Crispy moved out to the sticks. So you don't have to yell at his goddamn neighbors. Get off his lawn. Come out throwing a bag of wrenches. He just carries a bag of wrenches with him. I mean, he's a plumber. Yeah, I could stereotype him.
Mike Joseph said, "Dan won't be free tomorrow." He said, "All good, homie. Crush him." Yeah, we got one more spot in the vampire, and it's a really short draft because there's only, I mean, there is technically 10 people drafting, but the vampire, they're picking like trash players, you know, like literally bottom of the list, like type of guys. So it goes really fast.
Unless Mike Joseph becomes the vampire or something, right? You wouldn't have to necessarily draft.
Yeah,
on time.
Yeah, in which we don't know until you actually do it. Let's see, who's this over here? JX, what up? Seventh overall, 12-man PPR. Kelsey Diggs, Bijan, who
I just saw it. That was Kelsey. And maybe, okay, for the sake of it, Kelsey's not there.
CD.
Okay, I'm with you. You know, it's funny. So shout out to my man Prime One. He did his first. He had never been in the music league and I'm not. I dipped out of it years ago because it's still vanilla. You know what I mean? But he's like, Bogey, I'm in it for the first time. I said, word, because we could never talk that motherfucker into it. And he's one of them Niners. I only watch Niners. Fuck everyone. He's one of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's funny because I'm just walking through the draft. I'm like, listen, we're at the 7th spot. If Kelsey's there, we're taking him. Kelsey has to take 6. Fuck. And he's like, okay, I'm going to take CD here or Saquon or Bijan. You choose. He chose Saquon. Okay, I'm all about it, right? And when we swing around here, and this is funny because I'm explaining to him, like, when we swing around here, we're gonna hope for AJ Brown or Amon-Ra St. Brown because I know Garrett Wilson's not gonna be there. I'm like, this is what we get there. Amon-Ra's there. He's like, I want Patrick Mahomes. Okay, fine. I'm not going to argue it because, you know, theoretically, no matter who we take there, Patrick Mahomes probably puts up more points. But in the position scarcity, that's not the right move, no matter what. But hey, it's his first league. He wants him some Mahomes. Let's get some Mahomes, right? Now we get to the 3rd. I'm like telling him, no matter fucking what, we're getting Higgins here. If he falls there, he said, well, what about Devontae? Okay. Fine, if Devontae's there, but he's not going to be there. It's going to be Higgins. We get there, it's Higgins or Ridley, right? He's like, I kind of like Ridley. Should be a number 1, right? Higgins is a 2. I'm like, I don't have time to explain this to you right now because the clock's ticking. He might be a number 1, but you know what? He's not a number 1, but he's going to fish. You know what? Pick Higgins right now. Picks Higgins. Like, there you go. Fucking A. Like, then I start explaining to him. Higgins gonna draw, and then we're on speaker, and there's other foods in the lab. And I'm like, Higgins about to be, he's a number 2 on a team, but he's easily gonna put up production like a number 1 on a poor team. I'm like, he's a high end number. He's a 1B, and I'm like, he's gonna draw. He's gonna benefit from all the double and triple covers about to give Chase again. And then everyone in the lab, yeah, that's right, P. That's what he's talking. He ain't lying. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, and every time we got on a pick, he'd be like, you sure? Or it'd be like, okay, I like if DK falls to the 4th somehow, because people kept passing on DK. I was like, what? If he falls, I'm like, fuck this Seahawks. Then he gets picked, and I'm like, okay, good. I don't have to argue with him with that, because I would like, I would have to explain value in 30 seconds.
Here's why I like these vampire leagues. So there is 1 spot left as of now still. So here's my team in yesterday's draft. I got JJ. I had the first overall pick for any non-vampire, so I got JJ.
Nice.
Then I got CD in the second round. And then I got Josh Jacobs in the third. I got Najee in the fourth. Higgins in the fifth. Ken Walker in the sixth.
Cray and the motherfucker Z.
Tyler Lockett in the seventh. Watson in the eighth.
I mean, it's a 9-team draft at that point, though, right? So it's a...
Yeah, McLaurin in the ninth. Got Gibson, B-Rob, Sky Moore, Cousins, Ingram, Jerick McKinnon, and Devontae Parker on the bench.
I like it.
Every team is fucking stacked, though, so...
Except for the vampire.
Yeah.
Poor vampire.
Vampire's rolling out an ugly team this week.
They are immortal, so there's that. All right, let's roll some.
And let's see what Trapper Man JX said, what if Cup slides because of injury? He probably will. I'm kind of just avoiding him.
Okay. Here, put in perspective. Let's say he misses 3 games. Where are we drafting Kamara right now, knowing that he's suspended? Right?
Sixth round, fifth round.
I get mad at people when they're pulling up Cooper Kupp. Because you should be thinking like he could miss or re-aggravate. Like it's almost better for them to hold him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you got Cooper Kupp, just do a sweep. Go get a fucking Van Jefferson. Because I promise you, like, that's just going back to me a couple months ago. I was like, yeah, Van Jefferson, like, there was a lot of hype on him. You know what I'm saying? But just being a volume magnet, I'm about it. You know what I mean? I'll play him against, I might even play against the Seahawks week 1 in a deeper league.
And Song said, any more spots? He said, fuck it, let me in. Let's go.
I like Song. Song want to get in everything.
There we go.
Like, Song's a winner. He hit them squares. He's like, listen, I'm winning it all. He already wanted it all prior to that, though. I ain't gonna stunt.
And we want to make sure that we got some alternates ready just in case, because if people don't pay, ahead of time, they ain't getting in.
You got to pay to play.
All right. I'm getting the link right now to send it to you, Song.
Song, are you Indonesian? Because the only person I ever met named Song, and he was Indonesian. That'd be awesome.
And PB Waivers, what up? He said, damn, I was chatting, missing y'all. And did you, it was the premiere on the other channel?
Ah, that's funny. It's funny because I woke up, I go, oh, we're on. And I clicked on it and it was
yesterday's morning show.
Yeah. And I was talking about how I'm like, man, my girl, my girl just she don't like having my back on certain things with the baby. You know what I mean? Like turn the fucking TV off. She's awake because the TV's on. She's watching a goddamn fucking Coco Melon. To turn that shit off. No, and then she starts crying. And she's, no, just turn it back. Let her just have 10 more minutes. Like, baby can't tell time. Okay. You're just gonna roll over and go to sleep. You know what I mean? And then I'm the extra bag. I turn that shit off. Oh, it's okay. She carries her, holding it, holding her. This motherfucker liked to make me the bad guy and swoop in like a hero and shit. That shit really grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? They got to be ready for this world.
And Tino said, was JTT top 20? Fuck no, he wasn't.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah, he had 143 points last year.
I mean, he missed a significant amount of time.
Top 20 is still in the 200. So he was really far down. He wasn't even, I don't even think he was top 40 last year.
Okay, okay, JT, we know he's finna miss 4 weeks. And then you have to consider the fact that it's a new regime, new offensive system that's being implemented. He ain't just had 1 day of training camp, and he's coming off an injury or a rehab from surgery.
And Song had to make it clear. He said, hell no, I'm Korean.
There you go. Stand proud. As tight too, because I had the one Korean homie growing up. His name was Soul.
Nice.
Yeah. Right? I always thought that was tight. He's like, fuck no, bruh. He's like, where I came from, my peoples came from fucking straight up fucking dictatorship. Don't ever call me Indonesian.
And
it is crazy that still goes on in the world, huh? I mean, I guess we're living in America where it's like Motherfuckers complain about the most minuscule shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think of these third world countries, bruh. That shit's crazy.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, my pops would always be like, "Yeah, home, man, back at home, Jay." He was talking about hitting back in the islands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or even like, you ever heard of, because Dave Chappelle's married to a Filipina, right? And he said he's been to the Philippines a number of times, and he's like, I never forget the first time I went. He's like, we're on the freeway, and you just drive on the side. You know what I mean? It's just the crazy traffic, and that's how it is. You know what I mean? You just go on the dirt side, whatever. Just you get in there how you fit in. And he said they get into the city, and he just sees an old man walking around butt ass naked. And he's just like, you know what I mean? Just in the fucking little fire hydrant thing showering. And he's just like, wow, it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a different poverty out there. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's a super third world, ready?
And Antonio said we're doing the best ball draft Monday. Yeah. Bakes, he said he thought it was Monday, and I originally did say it was Monday, and then kind of changed it to Tuesday. Monday actually works out better. Hopefully it works out for everyone who's in right now. We're gonna do it at 5 o'clock West Coast time.
Okay, and then okay, on the Wednesday, right? Real quick, so you can't do the SBI.
If it's after 5 o'clock, then no. If it starts at 3, I'm in because I can still be out in the amount of time that the draft would happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run it by everybody because I'm still looking for 3 people too. Because I just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Had a bunch of people drop out, but yeah, okay. Because then that might work because we do got East Coasters too. You know what I'm saying? In that league.
Yeah. So 6 for them.
Yeah. So it might work out. I mean, yeah.
Antonio said, "Nice. I like Monday better." Perfect. I mean, it was gonna work.
You know why? Because we're getting drunk, aren't we? Aren't we? We're getting faded. We're getting hooked up.
And Trapper Man said, "Any room? I'm off Monday too." Yes, sir. So right now we got how many spots? We got.
It's $10 for a ticket to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
We have 4 open spots on Monday. And Trapper Man, can you send me a message on Instagram, on Twitter, or on Facebook? And do you have an iPhone? Do you have Apple Pay?
The Trapper Man, B. He does say the Trapper Man got all kind of forms of pay. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Trapper Man accepts all forms of payment.
Come on, B. He's a Trapper Man. Hey, listen, the Trapper Mike ain't playing in Philly, bro. Hey, what part of Philly you from, bro? We got a couple Philly natives that rock on this channel with us.
Nice. Has said I'll jump in that best ball.
Let's fucking go, the Cannabis Guardian Angel, bro. Hey, now I don't know if you guys are aware, but now we have a legend in that draft with us, bro.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Because that actually it hit me like a mushroom epiphany last night, bro. Because I was off the motherfuckers the neuro joints. That's why I said like a mushroom epiphany. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I was watching Ric Flair on Rogan. So that's how I text you and Hess. I was like, fucking Ric Flair on Rogan. It's fucking awesome. And I started thinking like, man, it's so cool that Hess is around all these legends, right? And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. When we're around Hess, he's a legend to us.
Hess is the
legend himself amongst other legends.
Because I mean, it's funny.
What he does is legendary by definition.
Being around Hess in the 3-dimensional realm, like
first class, everything.
First, he's just super cool. So like there is no big leaguing like on his, end. Like he's not one of those guys who does anything to try to like seem cool. He's really just whatever lifestyle he's living that day. Like that's just what he's really living. And like when I got the first conference that we went to, like every single, like there's a bunch of people in here, but it was like people across the hall are like, yo, Hess, what up? And like people coming from like all, around just to say what up to him. And like everyone, like they never seen me before, and they're like, man, this dude, he's the man. Like so many people like made sure to like throw in any kind of validating statement as if I already didn't know that Hess is the fucking man.
And it is kind of crazy because we rock, like, I believe, like from my personal experience, just before I actually met him, rocked through him for about like a little over a year. You know what I'm saying? Really just through the text thread that we had, and then him like coming on the show and whatnot and stuff like that, right? And then at one point, he's sending us all kind of goodies all the time, from different companies, like, legal stuff. So it's just not to incriminate anything because he's totally legit, right? And then at one point, I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like, this guy is like the guy, huh? And then you were like, I think so. Just hella nonchalant, like, I think so, man. And then like you went out to the conference with him, you're like, oh yeah. He's the guy, bro. Like, oh shit. And then by then I already went down the rabbit hole with looking up the Trust Capital and stuff. I was like, oh, he's a fucking man, bro. And he's so cool, like humble, you know what I mean? And then I think also too, like, I always assume he identified with us because he's not from privileged backgrounds at all. You know what I mean? He's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when really the reason, you know what I'm saying? Everything that started off, it's because of COVID, and he's bored at home, like a lot of people are. And he's looking for fantasy football, like
that's the universe, though, bro.
And he comes in and he's like, "What the hell? This guy's ripping a bong." He was like, "Man, this is my kind of place."
Right. And look, bro, so when I finally got to meet him, that hug was real. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm the cannabis guardian angel right here, bro." And the festivities, as I like to call it, the festivities is real, bro.
Oh yeah.
I remember like getting into we got to that first event. And I'm shrooming at this point. I mean, I hopped on the plane shrooming, bro. And literally like right when I touched down with y'all, we went straight to the joint with a pocket full of more shrooms. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And we get into the joint. And I'm like, we're straight to the bar, right? And I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how much is it? And then Hess is like, Brett, we're paying for everything in here. I'm like, oh shit. I still ended up spending like $100 though, because I was getting drunk, tipping all crazy. Yeah, come back to me when you see me. You know what I'm saying? But bartender, that's just great bartender etiquette. You know what I mean? Or bar etiquette, I should say.
For sure.
Tip your guys. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna top you off real nice. Pause. You know?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. and Derek said, "Hit the drop."
Little motorboat in the morning. That's how Watson wakes up. He washes his face. He don't even dry it with a towel. He wakes in the morning, washes his face right to a pair of feet. I'm Watson, bitch. I got hella money. All the guaranteed.
And hell yeah. And Antonio, he said, same thing. I tuned in and saw this guy's ripping a bong talking about fantasy. And wasn't it right after you went to the Flocks bitch ass, couldn't get a question answered or nothing?
That's funny. He's wearing a suit for nothing. That's it. Next time you see me, full suit, ripping a bong.
Hell yeah.
Is that what it takes?
Then they'll know we mean business.
We mean business. I pull the bong out of the sports coat.
Woo!
It's in a holster.
Or maybe we just need to get one of those grandpa pipes, like maybe something like that. Get the suit, get one of the grandpa pipes, just looking real elegant.
The Gandalf joints?
No, not the Gandalf joint, but the one that's more like the peace pipe almost.
Oh, the one you're the teeth piece. you're the teeth piece right there. You know, so you talk with it. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
That little piece, they bite on that motherfucker. Ooh, get a monocle.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can see you with a monocle. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me read this comment. That would be Stewie, bro. Oh, that would be stupid as fuck.
All right, Trapper Man, do it again. I had to make you a mod so you could put in the email. It wouldn't. I think it blocked you. I think it blocked you from putting in the email. Antonio said the Flock. I watched it for like 5 minutes and said, nope, fuck this channel. Too straight edge, man. He's like the CM Punk of fantasy football. I guess most people are more like CM Punk. We're just trying to be like the Stone Colds around here.
You know? Yeah, I don't really. I mean, if there's a straight line, I'm cutting that motherfucker. Fuck that shit.
Hell yeah.
My bad. I was going to make a real bad joke. If there's a straight line, you know what I mean? Probably waking up in the morning in Vegas being hammered. Wasted. Time to wake up. Party some more. Ooh, that's the new code name, the straight line. That's too obvious. We used to call it the cheat code.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Mike J, do it again because it says that this didn't work. Said that the email didn't work. He said it's like my 8th email. Yes, he's a trapper man. Like he's got a bunch of emails. Very
you know what's funny is Jumbo, right? Jumbo has every single one of my emails, and anytime I'd come on the show, he'd be like, I sent it to all 6 of your emails, god damn it.
Still didn't get it, motherfucker.
I'm like, yo, send me the email. I'm like, shoot me to my email. He's like, I did. All fucking 6 of them.
And Tino said you're about to get hella free porno. Since when has that ever been a bad thing?
You know what I mean?
Oh man.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, like people aren't already getting that on their emails.
I mean, it is kind of crazy because my the homies, right, when I was drafting for my boy yesterday, you know, I said, like, so my boy Block, shout out to Block. He was like, hey, bro, he was like, I was watching Howard the Duck, bro, with the little man, bro. Hey, that shit's classic, right? I'm like, hell yeah. He's like, my girl must have got hella man. Like, you better not show him the little duck titties. Kid's like 7, you know what I mean? But it's like,
oh man.
I mean, but it is funny though, because Howard the Duck had his bitch showed her titties in there.
And Tino said depends on what porno. I'm sure that someone told you about the 2 girls, 1 cup, and you watched it knowing what it was gonna be.
Tino's one of those guys is like, you really gotta read the title first because you see a pretty face, you don't want to like pop out and she got schlong on her. It's one of those.
And Trapper Man and Hess, you guys could join right now. Trapper Man, put your sleeper handle in so I know who it is. And then once you guys join, I'm going to delete the link here on YouTube. And I said, I can't stand the Flock's voice or his stupid suit. Said his takes are terrible and rarely answers questions.
I mean, yeah. What's going to happen to him when his balls drop? Or if they ever do? He's going to come on there all. We're going to watch that kid go through puberty.
I still have to.
I'm going to be real. I've never watched that kid. That guy's trash.
I do, like, randomly, if I will get something that pops up, I'll listen to a couple minutes because sometimes I need to hear how horrible these guys' takes are just to remember, like,
never
though
contaminate my mindset.
Yeah. I don't think my mindset can even be contaminated anymore. We just do this too much.
I don't want to, you know, sometimes I might be on the shrooms. I mean, like a lot of times I'm on the shrooms. I don't want to tap into the wrong frequency, fuck up my whole shit.
Tina said, come on, bro. I'm knee deep in porno since LimeWire days. I seen it all. I seen it.
Yeah. You know, it's like, listen, you can't unsee some things.
Right.
Roll the window down.
Right. That was so funny. Oh, and you know your friend Russell, the sex addict? He's not a sex addict. Like, oh yeah, he is. Some things you can't unsee, bro.
Oh man.
I found another trigger. It's brown guys with cocaine in his beard.
It's crazy.
Oh,
his beard was riddled with it.
Oh man. All right. Tell me when you join, Trapper. I got it pulled open here and then I'm going to remove it. And if your name is just Trapper or something on Sleeper, I'll know who you are.
I'm in that league. I'm Trapper Bogey. Not to be confused with Trapper Mike.
It's an all trappers league.
Trapper man. We're from a long line of trappers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Your favorite trapper's favorite trapper.
Hell yeah. And if you're not following the Fantasy Football Funk, I'm throwing in the links in all the other social media. Make sure you go follow the Fantasy Football Funk. We're getting real funky over there. It's where all the live streams are going to be happening for a little while. And we're working on getting this one monetized. And we're going to see if we can get it monetized faster than the other one.
Well, we're being challenged by ourselves.
Yeah. So I did this to myself. And Marco said Flock is the type of guy that taps on his own shoulder after jacking off and saying you're such an animal.
He's a real advocate of the stranger. He sits on his hand for about 2 hours until it's number than a bitch. Then he pleasures himself with that hand.
And then he rubs one out.
The stranger.
And where and that's been referenced on multiple places. Can you remember?
So I initially got that from little Dave Chappelle being Little John.
Okay.
Where
you know where they got that from? At least where I remember them getting it from.
Yeah.
Gone in 60 Seconds. It was Charlie Tweeter from Varsity Blues. That's what he said. He said, I got this new move. I call it the stranger. And then one of the guys was like, oh, the stranger, huh? He was like, yeah, sit on my hand for 15, 20 minutes till it goes completely numb. No feeling at all. And then rub one out. And then it was, I forget who the dude there was. It was the older guy of the crew, the one who saves Nick Cage at the end. And he was like, this is like
a brother's love is a brother's love.
No,
not the black guy. Oh, you said the brother.
No. Yeah, no, it was not the brother. It was the dude who saved him at the end. The one who worked for like the one who went to go get him initially and find him to bring him back to LA.
Yeah, the black dude.
No, he's not a black dude.
No, that was the mechanic.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen that in a minute. I'm a little tired and a little wired.
And Trapper Man, did you see the link that I just put in above? Because once you click on that link, you'll be able to get in there and you'll be able to see the scoring and everything.
Hey, Angelina Jolie with the blonde cornrows.
I thought it was dreads.
Okay, what I missed? I ain't seen it in a minute. Just still.
Yeah. It's funny. Tino said, get funky. Everybody clap your hands.
Turn it out. That drop's going to be stewy as fuck.
And Hess said, someone in a redraft wants to trade me as Jameson Williams for my Devontae Parker. Consider it, or is Jameson too much of a liability? Would have to waste a bench spot for 6 weeks.
I read this loud and clear because I know Zoo Crew's out there shopping Jameson Williams right now like crazy. And I would do that.
Well, we have if it is the Green Bowl, we have an IR spot. And as long as it's on Sleeper.
And I'm still mad that he drafted Devontae Parker because I promise you that was my next round target. I texted him right away. I was like, fucking great pick. And I was like, man, he's still a number one. And he's like, right?
Hess has been paying attention. He was off the rails for a little while in MIA. Fantasy is back, baby.
I mean, an ex-receiver in a Bill O'Brien offense is fantasy relevant. It just, he needs to stay healthy. And I don't give a fuck if he's 30-something years old. It's just, you're getting him super late. And on a streaming week, it might be nice. And if I can flip out even more, man, that he can flip him straight up for a Jameson Williams, I would do that.
And they gave him a Patriots bag as well. He not only got a bag, but he got a Patriots bag.
Yeah, so he's good. I mean, it was enough that they stayed away from DeAndre Hopkins because they were like one of the front runners at one moment in time. You know what I mean, with the Bill O'Brien fucking, and they even went there and apparently spoke with Bill O'Brien and they hashed their things out. Pretty much, probably just got some closure. If anything, that they didn't sign him, they probably got closure because they were dealing with, there was like bigger things above them that were fucking with that whole thing in Houston. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think Trapper Man just joined because it's Eagles fan 717.
There you go. 717.
No, that's got it. If that's not him, what other Eagles fan just joined right now?
So is your birthday July 17th?
I'm assuming 717 is the area code.
Is that Philly? Nah, that's not Philly.
I don't know area codes out in Philly.
What area code is 717?
Here's what I found from Wikipedia. Area code 717 is an area code for Pennsylvania.
Oh shit, it is his area code. Okay.
It looks like it doesn't cover Philly.
Philly though.
It's like south. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, people move. It's funny too, because I'm still holding on to my old line. I almost want to get a new line, but I'm like, I don't want to change my area code.
Every time I meet someone now and they're like, what's your number? Or like even when I go to restaurants, like it was funny when I went to Crispy Crunchy Chicken and I had to give my number and give them the 619 number. They're like, oh shit, San Diego, what up?
It is. See, no one ever says that about where I'm from. They say, oh, the 408. Where's that? San Jose. Where's that? The Sharks. Oh, white people always know when you say the Sharks. Say, oh, okay. It don't matter where I'm at in the world. I say the Sharks. And apparently, People love like that.
We got Juggernaut in the house.
What? I need to get like a whole thing where I hit the button and everything just starts shaking.
And Hess said, so you think I should smash that? No IR spots in this league, Savage.
No, you can put him in there. You can put him in there.
You know what? Here's why I would hold is because like he's probably not going to trade Jameson Williams away to anyone else. Might even be able to get him cheaper. Like you have like 4 weeks to like make this trade. He makes no difference to you right now. I'd just hold out. I'd hold out.
It's funny because I've been trying to make a trade with Zoo and trying to get him to throw in Jameson Williams as a throw-in.
Yeah. It's tough when you got the IR.
I'm not getting any traction. I'll tell you that way.
Yeah, it's tough when you got the IR spot because, like, I'm sure he already threw him in the IR and, you know, replaced him. I'm not saying you wouldn't trade him, but, like, now you already got another person. Like, he's not hurting your, you know, squad or anything, like, roster-wise.
I picked up Van. It's funny because I love, like, seeing the psychology of what people do. You could, without saying anything, you just watch their moves. And I see Kidda, he picks up Laporta, puts him right on the block. I'm like, I just started laughing. I'm like, I love that. And I picked up because I was doing the same thing on my end. I picked up Van Jefferson, immediately started trying to trade to Cooper Kupp. I was like, listen, the Cooper Kupp guy, listen, you need him, bro. You know what I mean?
I like Tino's recap for everyone who hasn't been around. He said, let me give you a recap. We basically argued about QB and tight ends all summer. Huss jinxed me with Lance. I slowly convinced Huss into Kincaid. Bogey hates Dalton. That's pretty much it.
Listen, I'm okay with Kincaid.
And I always was in like Dynasty. It's redraft where I don't like him.
And Kincaid, I actually have a good amount of him in redraft because like if he's there in the double digits, I'm like, I'll take a shot. You know what I mean? And he's usually my second tight end because if not, I have Kelsey and I don't give a fuck about another tight end.
Yeah. And Tino said, oh, and the mansion had the trick door that sent me into the shadow realm.
I saw him. The shadow realm took his voice away for a couple hours. He had to start doing sign language in it. And I was on the shrooms and I could hear it. I could hear his sign language.
Oh, man.
He grabbed me by the fucking, did one of those. Started mouthing shit. I could hear it. Shout out to Tito. That shit was funny. And he's silently, I'm telling you, it's always bananas like that, though. That's always how it is.
Okay, and he did say July 17th.
Nice.
717 stands for. There we go.
That's tight. So it's just like a fucking, that's just awesome.
Antonio's dying. I could hear the sign language. Because that's a birthday twin to a birthday twin right there.
And see, and for some reason, he was he in Italy at the time? He just woke up in the middle of the night, just heard it. My birthday twins. We're all connected. 11:30.
All right. And okay. And Trapper Mike changed his name back to Philly Mike OG. There we go.
There you go, Philly Mike.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Is it just a cheesesteak if I'm in Philly? Like if I'm in Philly, do I say, I don't have to say, let me get a Philly, right? I'm in Philly. I just say, let me get a cheesesteak.
I would hope so, right?
Because anywhere else, like, listen, if I'm in a restaurant, like, you know, like a mid-range restaurant, like a BJ's or something like that, and I don't know what to get, I was like, you got anything like a Philly? I always ask for that. You got something like Philly?
Antonio, are you prepping, getting ready for next summer? He said, I'm about to do shrooms for the first time in 2 weeks. There we go.
Okay. I
make sure you're in some
microdosing first. Yeah, microdose first because you're a drinker too. Because you're gonna get overzealous. I already know it. You're my birthday twin, so I highly advise you microdose your way, and you can probably like shroom over the course of like 12, 14 hours, and you'll be having like a ton of fun. Or there's the other part of me that just wants to say dive in the deep end, do the hero dose right out the gate because it's all about dying and being reborn. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And Derek said, yeah, you just get a cheesesteak.
Yeah. See, you're gonna look at me and be like, we're gonna rob him when he's outside. He ain't from here.
Tina said, I went straight to the strip in that rain and looked at the sphere for like an hour. It's pretty trippy, man. It's pretty trippy.
Hey, you know what's funny is that everyone that vouched for that, they're like, yeah, Tino did that. He was in the middle. It wasn't even rain. It was a hurricane. He was standing in Hurricane Hillary looking at the motherfucking sphere, tripping balls. That's my birthday twin. See? Antonio, you'll eventually graduate to that stage. We will get you to that stage.
Nice. And Antonio said a house in the lake in the woods, rented it for a weekend. Sweet.
Yeah, like this is for tonight. This bag of this, I'm gonna start hitting this up tonight for tonight's show. That fucking some of those gummies. I got away with a bunch of those gummies.
Tino wasn't playing. He said, "You call this a storm?" You're pulling the Lieutenant Dan.
Fuck you, Hillary.
It's you and me.
Woo! He was out there loving that shit on no legs, bro. Hold on to the top of the what do they call that? The stern. No, the stern. The bow. No, the stern.
What is it?
Is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
The main mast. The mast. There you go. He was on the mast. I should know this. My dad's a sailor. Condoms are for sailors, baby.
And so, just it's the Mortal Kombat division that we're doing for this last.
Oh, I'm in that son bitch, right?
You're in it.
Let's fucking go.
It's me, Bogey, Marco from the future, Bakes a lot, Silky Johnson, Mike Joseph, Minnesota Marty, Antonio, Crispy, Hess, and our man Philly Mike OG.
And I feel like we've known Philly Mike, right? He's been around before.
Yeah. He's been around.
We got all the homies. We got all OGs in this one.
Hell yeah. First time chatter on Twitch. And this is Krish34. It's a question for you guys. Standard PPR format. Okay. I got Chubb, Eckler, Akers, and someone's offering me Cup for Chubb. Thoughts?
No. Give him Akers.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make a move, you're moving Akers. Otherwise, you're in a standard league. Running backs are chunky.
Well, he said standard PPR, so I'm assuming.
Oh, PPR. Okay.
Yeah. That was a little confusing. Standard PPR because both of them mean different things.
Yeah, because nowadays even like the standard like default is like half point. You know what I mean?
Right. So that's what I'm assuming, that this is like half point PPR.
I remember I kept yelling at my mans yesterday. Is this PPR? Is it PPR? I don't know what that means, bro. I'm like, it's a half point. You know what? Just take Saquon right here, right? Because the kid was counting down. Because it's like it makes a difference. You know what I mean?
PPR equals point per reception for those who aren't sure.
But I'm yelling at the newbie. You know what I mean? Like he's my man. OG in the game, but not in the fantasy space. And then the other homie was getting mad because I was drafting him a monster. He's like, "Fuck." And I knew. I'm like, where's Kev at? He's 11. You're 7. Okay, cool. We could talk. Then after Kev would make the pick. I'm like, shh. Then Kev would make his next pick. Okay, we could talk again. You know what I mean? Because it's like, come on, this is war.
Yeah,
you're drafting with somebody in the same room as you.
And Chris said, yeah, you're right. Okay, so yeah, half point. Yeah, do Akers. And that because the person who's trying to trade Cup right now,
he's trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, it's them panicking because of the Chubb. I mean, not the Chubb, the Cup news about re-aggravating the hammy.
And I'll sell Akers to take the chance on Cup because if I'm of the frame of mind, they don't bring Cup back till he's all the way right. Maybe that's 1 week. Maybe it's 2. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's none at all. And I'll take that risk of buying him right now for Cam Akers.
Hey, what up, Peacock? He's at lunch smoke break. Let's smoke it up.
Hell yeah,
and Peacock. Philly Mike OG said in New York, you call them subs. In Pennsylvania, we call them hoagies. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So look at this. So, growing up, you had the mainstream like Subway, right? And then we had this shit called Togo's that was like local, right? And these were like the real like deli sandwiches, right? But then there was this joint called Blippi's, and like my boy, his family owned one, like it's like franchise, and I guess it's like East Coast, and they called everything hoagies in that motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, but the Blippi's apparently was like the East Coast like Subway. You know what I'm saying? And like it was tight. The homie owned the Blippi's, and it was at Santa Cruz. So like, if in the summer we would go over there. And then fucking just eat a gang of sandwiches, bruh.
Yeah.
And hit the boardwalk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tight.
Yeah, free shit. All about it. It's free, it's for me.
Yep, no problem, Krish. Make sure you subscribe over there so you get the notifications when we go live.
Yeah. Shout out to Krish on Twitch.
Peacock said, can down by the river Jefferson? Oh man.
I'm trying to find the reference.
I mean, he's talking about Van Jefferson.
Oh yeah. I like it. little Van playing the banjo, Van Jefferson down by the river. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it's
you never see a black person playing a banjo. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be.
He said, "Damn it!" He said, "Van down by the river."
Jean-Claude Van Damme Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? If he's on coke, that's the nickname.
Silky Johnson said we got a spot here in Shy. It's called the Hoagie Hut. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's definitely never the time when I heard hoagie was watching anything with Bam Margera. They would always be talking about hoagie.
And they're Pennsylvania guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Is that where you get the Italian beef at? Do you go to the hoagie joint, Mike Joseph? Because like I've yet to have this famous Italian beef, but it's like a Chicago staple. And like apparently you can get it like good at hella spots.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like to each his own type of shit. Like, no, I get my Italian beef from Hoagies, and no, I get mine from, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And that shit.
I need to know one day when I'm falling through Chicago one time, you know what I'm saying? I need to get that Italian beef. Pause.
So many people have hyped me up on like these Italian beef sandwiches. Like, it better not be like the people who are trying to hype me up on Whataburger.
I had Whataburger one time, and I swear, like, it was trash. But I will say I door dashed it. So it's like, I mean, you know, I'm just trying to give it. I'm just because I feel like I'll give it a chance. But anytime someone's like, "Yo, you want to hit Whataburger?" I was like, "No." And like, I know Peacock will jump in the joint right now and be like, "Whataburger's the GOAT." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like In-N-Out, where like, you know, you may have some In-N-Out restaurants that do a little bit of a better job than others, you know, for whatever reason. And
like when you get the In-N-Out burger and they toast the bun just enough and it's soft in the inside. And like, you know what I do? The first thing I do, pause. First thing I do, right? I take when I get mine to go always, you gotta take the burger and put it on its ass. Because they put it on there standing that motherfucker. I don't want to eat a half soggy burger by the time I get to the cribbo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hate that shit. But you're not a tomatoes guy, huh?
On those, I'm taking it off and I'm doing light sauce.
I'm a tomatoes and a burger guy, but I take the tomatoes out half the time because I want to give to the crib on this motherfucker and it just sogged up my sandwich, bro.
And especially because of like how thick they fucking like. That's probably really why it's how thick.
Just put a whole tomato in that motherfucker, bro.
How about the times when you get the end piece? You know, like come on, man.
Why you gonna give me a circumference, a motherfucking half sphere, in this motherfucking burger and shit? I would take a bite and the motherfucker squirts. Pause.
Ate at Five Guys the other night. Man, Five Guys is just the best one for like any like.
I haven't had Five Guys since I had an episode there.
What was the episode?
I went in there after an all-night binger on Patron and chow mein, right? For those that don't know what chow mein is, you can fill in the blank. But like, so you know what I'm saying? We wake up and I mean, it's the the lights out, everything, and the homies like talking about Five Guys the whole night, and I'm like, I can't stand when people have like low aspirations. Like, bro, tomorrow, bro, and they have all these plans and they don't do nothing because you just jaws and you on one right now. So I said, bro, we're still up and I'm hungry as a motherfucker. Hey, let's go to Five Guys, bro. You've been talking all this shit. And we go, it's like 9 a.m. They just opened up, but this shit is already like out the door type of shit. Yeah. So I'm just hungover waiting in a line, bro. And I get the burger. And you know how it works at Five Guys is pretty much one price because if you don't get everything on it, I feel like it's not worth it. And I am an everything on my burger kind of guy, so I said just put everything on it and with bacon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I take a couple bites, I'm powered through the burger, and I just feel the whole night coming up out of me. You know what I mean? So I go to run to the bathroom, and it's one of those like female male one-person bathrooms.
Okay.
And I go to open the door, and someone's already opening it from the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a female employee, and it's already too late. All over her, bro. Just all over her like exorcist. She's screaming. And I just turn around, my man. I turn around, I grab a burger, and we got to get out of here, bro.
So I don't know what that has to do.
Five Guys again.
So I don't know what that has to do with going to any Five Guys around the world. I mean, I understand if you don't want to go back to that one specifically, but like,
it's the karma, man. I'm gonna go in there, and my universal invoice is gonna have someone ejaculate on my burger.
Yeah, so you can't do it there because they cook all the shit right there in front of you. Like there is no wall.
I'm watching you
where they're cooking
cook
behind
my stuff. You ever had the bacon wrap joints over there?
Nah, I didn't know they do
bacon wrap hot dogs. It's pretty fire.
Yeah, I mean, what bacon
I
wrap
should
hot
know.
dog isn't
I
fire?
grabbed my burger and my bacon wrap hot dog, and I fucking got out of Dodge. Threw up all over that poor little girl.
Crispy said, "What other leagues are available?" Man, it's kind of the end of the rope right now.
Oh no, Dad. He enjoyed all of them, but the last one.
So, yeah. So the only other one is it's the auction. It's the auction draft that's happening on Tuesday, 5 o'clock West Coast time. There's someone who's supposed to be joining it, but it's also someone who's like super slacking like with it. So if you want to get in, Crispy, just say the word. And Silky said, "Gotta ask for it, dipped or juice on the side." Pause.
I'm probably a juice on the side guy. Pause.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
because I do like to see what it tastes like without whatever the sauce is. Also,
pause.
Because I don't know if I'm gonna like the sauce. Pause.
You know what? When I first get the Italian beef, pause. I'm gonna tell them extra juice on the side, because I'm the type like if that azure or whatever the fuck the dip or gravy, whatever it is, if that shit's good, I'm drinking that motherfucker. Yeah, I'm a savage with the sauces, bro. I'm being that motherfucker, taking a bite, dipping it, taking a bite, through the spoon in it, spoon in the sauce.
Fuck what it costs. I'm a boss. Dipped in sauce. Cool. Yep, Crispy 55.
You know, for the longest, my girl, she would always sing that song wrong. She'd be like, "I'm tycoon dipped in sauce. I floss. I coon." And I'm like, "Icon?" Yeah, like icon. Like, but she's saying it like hood, right? I'm like,
yeah,
Icum. Like Kumo-D. Like wearing sunglasses at night. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. You know what though? I knew I love my lady though, because one of the first times she ever pulled up on me, she was slapping Young Lay, and motherfuckers don't know about no Young Lay unless you from the hood. I'm about to marry her. She was slapping Young Lay featuring Mac Mall, Fetty. The song I think was called Fetty. Oh my God, slap! That's a slap till this day. She came through slapping some fucking late 90s shit on the kid. I was like, what? Put that on.
And John Mack said, someone sent me a trade asking Komet for P. Ryan. I'd give up Komet. I already have Ingram. I'd probably do that.
Yeah, running. I mean, P. Ryan's going to come in handy. He's a running back, and he's behind a running back that's coming back from an ACL. That shit can go awry really quick. And then all of a sudden, P. Ryan got an entire workload.
Yeah, and Crispy just took the last spot over there in the auction because John was asking about that. It filled up. Everything.
Phil's about to pop up right now. Phil's like, well, is there any more spots? Is the last spot took? It is kind of funny how Phil done filled up, like, pun intended, the last spot in hella leagues, though.
Yeah.
Almost how he waits around.
That's how he rolls.
Shout out to Phil.
All right. Let's see. We're about to get up out of here. Got to mark Crispy down for this. Let's see. All right. There we go. All right. And John said, I got one next week, the 6th, just offense. Yeah, this one that just filled. It was just offense only. The IDP one filled a little while ago. That one's going to be wild. We're doing that one on Sunday.
Sunday? This motherfucker is so warmed up on the kid.
Oh, man. Peacock, I'm fucking hungry. Whataburger it is. Oh, man. We inspired it. We inspired the Whataburger.
I bet you Whataburger is good. You got to have it right.
Yeah.
I mean, because, like, it's hard to destroy a burger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you ever take the risk of going to get a burger at McDonald's? It's almost like a 5 out of 5 chance it's gonna be shitty. But like you get that good Big Mac once, you're like, oh, okay, there it is. And that's a shitty burger to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. or Hardee's on the East Coast. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? Yeah, Carl's Jr. be having some fire burgers. You know what I mean? Big Red Robin guy. Love Red Robin's burgers.
Hell
I
yeah.
like restaurant burgers, period. Give me a flame broiled burger. In and out. In and out, they Friday joints, huh? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're not grilled.
Yeah, they.
All right. Pack another ball. We're gonna get ready to get up out of here. Peacock said McDonald's is trash. That's for damn sure.
I have kids, so I find myself at McDonald's a shitload. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. That's how it goes. All right. One last bowl. And man, then I gotta make moves. Gotta go to
we doing
Planet
FNT today?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It might be a little
I got no kids at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, it might be a little bit, it might be a tiny bit after 1. I gotta go to Planet 13 and then to Costco right now. But still got 3 hours, almost 3 hours, so I should give me enough time make these moves.
Hell yeah.
All right.
By the way, ERV, Bogard, make these moves. Now available on all stream platforms.
What was Derek's trade?
Ooh.
What trade did you say on
we got some action.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
IDP life.
He said, Hus Bogey, would you guys trade B-Rob the Mob, London, and Addison for James Cook, Ridley, and Flowers? I feel like I would.
Yeah. You got the best player in the deal, and like James Cook, he could probably do in receptions and on a week-to-week basis as a floor that could kind of give you the same Brian Robinson floor, I could assume. But maybe Brian Robinson has more touchdown upside because, you know, Josh Allen is always going to be a threat to vulture it down there from James Cook. But I would do this. I like, and then Zay Flowers is another hot commodity that you could package up down the road if you're not using. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that. I like Ridley more than London. Flowers and Addison, I kind of feel like because of the bullshit that happened with Addison, at least for year 1. I mean,
I don't know it's gonna last so much year 1 for him. I just think like he's just gonna come along slower versus Flowers has already been named one of the 3 starters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is he above Bateman already on the depth chart? Because then, you know, if they do have some 12 personnel in them still, because I'm expecting it to look totally different over there from the Greg Roman vanilla 12 personnel base package to like some 3 wide receiver sets and 3 wide receiver sets with a tight end, and you know what I mean.
And Crispy said Mahomes for Lance. Yeah, I'll send you Lance. Send me back Mahomes. We could do that.
I mean, he loves his Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
And Derek said, thanks, y'all. Try it out. Here we go. Got to make these moves, man. Now's the prime time to make moves while people are panicking right before the season starts kicking in.
And we're not going to see too many blurbs outside of practice reports. So, like, you know, the existing blurbs are fun to benefit off of right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this basically... Like, for example, like, you know, we missed the window on getting Joe Burrow out of value. For this next week, he's going to go where he should go because he's back at practice, right? Before that, last month, we was getting him out of value.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we were taking advantage. You just got to take advantage of whatever's going on at the time. You know what I mean? Especially if you already drafted already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and stop making these trades that shoot yourselves in the foot.
Like, I think the person that views, like, see, like, I think that there's a realm of people that view Zay Flowers better immediately than Addison. So, you know, that's subjective right there. But I would rather Addison there, you know what I mean, for the long run, because I'm always thinking long run. And like when I think of Zay Flowers, I think of pure Z receiver, just outside burner all year, at least year 1. You know what I mean? So we're gonna.
There's no guarantee that was a dynasty question, though.
I don't think it was dynasty.
Yeah,
I thought that was. I was assuming that was the IDP life or one of the redrafts. You know what I mean?
And Marco said,
oh no, that's his home league because he has B-Rob in his home league. You don't have B-Rob in any of the IDPs.
Marco said, Hurst, Smith, or Knox, Hunter Henry, Logan Thomas. I'd rather have either one of those two over either one of these three.
Yeah, so, Logan Thomas or Henry for me.
All right. We're going to get up out of here. Don't forget to go to fantasyfootballhustler.com, and then you can get to all the different channels, all different social media there. Go subscribe to the podcast. Go download a bunch of episodes. You don't even have to listen to them. It's the downloads of of how podcasts get attention. So do me that solid. If you need to get there quicker, just go to hustlerpod.com, and then you can click Apple, Spotify, whatever. And what else we got? We got FNT coming. We'll start between 1 and 1:30 West Coast time. And we got Silver Screen Breakdowns on the league season 2 tonight at 5 West Coast time.
Bong.
Those are your parting words?
Yep.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans. Here comes the